This autumn day. Isn't it just gorgeous? Oh my goodness. Come! Emmy! Oh, the air is so clean. Feels clean anyway. Emmy! Let's get the dog. Yeah. Got the dogs with me. If they don't want to come, I'll just force them. She's so old, so she needs to be asked. Yes, get with me. I just see the water lilies. Let's go and have a look at the water lilies. They're still flowering, and it's nearly November. It's so beautiful. Look at them. So gorgeous. It's a bit dark here. Let's have a closer look. There they are. Praise the Lord. 3 of them there are. Ah, oh, praise your holy name. So we'll go and see the cows. Just had some really windy weather the last couple of days. And now it's just cleared the air. And lots of rain we've had. Oh yeah! Oh, so cute. Fill my heart with joy. Even more joy. Oh, hey, what's she bringing now? Camera. Emily is having a drink. Her name is Emily Rose, actually. She wanted to have 2 names. She said to me the other day, so her name, this is Holly. Hi Holly. Looking very gorgeous. 3 months old. Yeah. So let's find a good spot. Not too much wind. Finding bits of grass here, although it's so late in the year. Yeah. See if this is good. Don't you love the sound of a cow eating? Yeah. Oh yeah. Got my hat with me to sit on. I'll just check how I'm in the camera. Ah, this is just so gorgeous. Ah, this is the life. So, had my bath, looked after my body well and truly, and I thought I'd make a little video on this wonderful little series. I hope you're enjoying about being much more caring towards ourselves. So, and yeah, so I wanted to talk about joy, but also our relationship to ourself, which is just such a huge topic. I have to sit up because it's too wet. Sit on my legs. So yeah, so the time we're in now, which I get really, really clearly, is that everything that is not aligned with God, everything that is not beautiful in our life, has to come up and surface, and we have to just let it go, because we can't use it anymore. And it's really intense, but it's also just so beautiful. Imagine that this has been planned. If you believe it, I believe it. This has been planned, I don't know how many years ago, but this is the great plan, that everything now, in this day and age where we are living, we've actually all agreed and volunteered to come and clean up the earth through ourselves and through our own life, and also clean up our own being, because whether you believe in reincarnation or not, however long we've been living in different ways, we've been holding on to negativity, and that's the only reason why the earth is in this state. And each and every one of us is still holding on to negativity, sadness, anger, self-pity, self-loathing, self-hatred, which is really the big one. And what I got very strongly just a minute ago was that when we don't love ourselves, we don't love God. Because if we are a little finger on God's body, and we have criticism towards ourselves, we're actually not liking God. We're not loving God. So it has to go. It just has to stop. And we do get to feel more and more that anything that's negative in our life, negative feelings we have, we just can't stand holding on to them anymore, because it's just it's just so horrible. So yeah, and what was the other thing I got the other day? It slipped my mind. So it's a matter of when we tune into ourselves, we slow down, become much more gentle and self-centered, self-focused, which sounds wrong, self-centered, but just come back to ourselves. These things will just come naturally. We will let them go. So taking room, making space, because our mind will often quickly say, well, since I'm doing so many good things for myself, why am I not feeling better and better and better? And we do, but we will take these dives into something old and hard and difficult that we've been holding on to. So yeah, that was what I got. That was what slipped my mind before. It's the whole thing of just letting go, and I can see that from my own life. That things that were difficult for me. First of all, I felt responsible for it all. It was my fault somebody hated me. It was my fault somebody was not happy. It was my fault. And the other thing was, I had very strongly was, I have to work this out. Why is this so bad? And I mean, a lot of it, you never are going to be able to work out. You just have to let it go. And that's what I'm getting so strongly in my life now. Also with my marriage and just many things in my life. Just let it go. Just let it go. We are all here and have to work out ourselves. Do we wish to live in love? Do we wish to live in joy? Do we wish to express love and joy right from where we are? Do we wish to be authentic and in our core? Live life authentically and by being present? Or do we wish to be negative, criticizing, judging, blaming, and being hard on ourselves? Each of us are going to stand really more or less on our own people have run away from us or pushed us away or whatever. We're just standing there, and we have to ask this question to ourselves: what do we want? And whatever has been difficult and is difficult, just let it go. And people who don't like you, or people who are very difficult to be with, who maybe you've tried for years and years and years, what I feel God is telling us is really just let them go, because you're not meant to be with these people at the moment. That's why it's not working. Just to step away from them in love. It's oil and water. It doesn't want to be mixed at the moment. Yeah? Yeah, yeah. Das ist schön. Das ist schön. Ja. Das ist schön. Das ist schön. Yeah? So, what a relief to figure out that all you have to do is just let it go. It's just, and I can feel really embarrassed and really just think, my God, what an idiot I've been, holding on to something really, really, really difficult and negative for so long, when you can do nothing about it, and all you really had to do, maybe 10 years ago, is just let it go, just let it be. And ooh, yeah, it's exciting. So what a relief this is, and I just can't believe it's taken me so long to figure this out. Let people think you're a stupid idiot. Let people think what they want to think. Just let it go. Let it go. And concentrate on your own, where you are yourself. And enjoy this moment. So I'm going to do a little dance. La 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 la. La 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 la. I mean, the only reason why we're not feeling full of joy all the time is simply because we're holding on to something negative, because God is just pure joy, pure light, pure love. And I'll just mention again this wonderful, wonderful English man called John Smallman. He has a blog, and you can go and hear. He channels Saul and also Jesus, and his channelings are the most beautiful. They just bring the most beautiful messages to us. And he was just saying got from Jesus the other day, that God is pure joy. And that's what we're meant to live in, pure joy. And that's the plan, and we can do that actually this very moment by just letting go of everything that we feel is holding us down. And also, especially, all negativity towards ourselves. Why can't you do this? Why is my body like this? Why? Well, stop saying why. It is as it is. Hey! Hush! Naughty. And just love it. And the whole thing about for us women being beautiful, you wish to be beautiful. The thing is, if you keep telling yourself you're not beautiful, and what we've learnt the last 100 years, you have to put all this stuff on your face. You have to have and even you actually have to operate yourself. And actually, I think people become more and more ugly the more they operate. What a lie. You are beautiful. And when you start, that's the greatest, beauty treatment you can do, is start to tell yourself the truth, that you are beautiful. You are beautifully created. And the more you align with this truth, the more beautiful you will physically become. It's just because we're brought up to believe that, well, you've got all these mistakes, faults, wrong things, and you're just going to have to correct it with all these different things you can do to your body, and then you might be beautiful one day. But it's not true. So God, we are all becoming God-like, being God in physical form, and God is pure beauty, pure wisdom, pure peace, pure joy. There's no negativity in God. It just doesn't exist. And that's the state of mind we are asked and we are told that this is the way to go. And anything that is not that is just simply some old remnants of some painful thing, something, a judgment we have towards ourselves. Why couldn't you? All this. And when it comes up, the thing is, we can't just say, okay, right, we're going to be positive now. All is good. I'm happy. We have to be conscious that the only reason why we're not deeply and endlessly joyful and totally loving and warm and beautiful towards other people is because we're holding on to something negative, and that has to come up. It has to surface. So we can feel that the waves of joy that come and really be in this moment of joy. But we just have to keep an eye, just say to ourselves, it's okay when the next old boil is coming out, the next old layer of rubbish is coming up. I'm ready. It's okay. So it's really, really being your own parent, or being your own caretaker with complete wisdom, by saying it's okay, these layers come up, and it's only myself who's been holding on to something negative. So praise the Lord for this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful plan, and that when we do these simple things, simply come into the presence of God, all is healed, all is well. So I hope you're enjoying our little journey together, and having lots of fun. I hope you're dancing and singing and doing things you love to do. So see you, my friend.